Christian friends, when was the last time that you saw Jesus? My name is Dwain Esmond, and I hope in this month or in this study today, in our study throughout this entire quarter, that you have caught many, many glimpses of Jesus. We learned yesterday that the tomb was empty. We learned of those that got to the tomb. Now, when Peter and John had surmised that Jesus was no longer in that tomb, they took off and went back to their homes. But remember now, when Mary had told them what had happened, they took off running. They left Mary in the dust. But Mary wanders back to the tomb because she still has no resolution. She's not sure. She gets to the tomb and she sees two angels. She is in tears. Her heart is broken. Where is my Jesus? Where is my Jesus? You know, I have been to that tomb. A few years ago, I got an opportunity to go to Israel, to climb that to walk the Via Dolorosa, the Way of the Rose, and head up to Golgotha and see that spot, you know, where Jesus was believed to be crucified, but also where they believe his tomb was. Joseph of Arimathea's tomb where he laid Jesus. Let me tell you, friends, something powerful happens to you when you stand close to that tomb. I walked inside, and to see it empty with the doors open it was really something to see. Now, I know it has changed through the years, and what we're seeing might not be completely accurate to what was back in that time, but just the idea of a dead person walking out of there, ascended in heaven and is now ministering for us, was almost too much for me to handle in that moment. It was precious to me. Jesus appears to Mary. The angels ask her, "Why are you crying?" And she says, I'm crying. Where's my Lord? But then she comes outside and Jesus speaks to her and asks her, "Woman, why are you crying?" She does not recognize Jesus. She thinks he's just the gardener. And she says, "Listen, just take me to where he is. I'll take his body. If somebody took it, or if you're about to bury it or do something with it, just give me his body. I'll take it myself." Mary is perturbed because she wants to see the person who changed her life, the person she loves. And then the Bible says Jesus calls her by name, like he's going to call you by name, like he's going to call me by name one day, by grace, by faith. Jesus says, "Mary." And she recognizes him finally. The scales fall off and she embraces him tightly. And Jesus says to her, "Listen, honey, you got to let me go. You can't hold on to me right now. I'm not ascended back to my Father. You can't detain me. But I tell you what you can do for me. I tell you what you can do." John chapter 20 and verse 17. Oh, let me get it. "Do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father, but go to my brethren and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Tell them I'm going to my Father, but my Father is their Father. I'm going to my God, but my God is your God. Tell them that I am going to prepare a place for them. I'm going to care for them. I'm going back to the Father. In that moment, Mary dispatches her responsibility like all of us must. We must tell the great story of Jesus, that he is going to prepare a place for us. The good news of his salvation and his resurrection are ours to tell.